Shout out to Money Brown, man. Harrison Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out that fight? Well, this your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the former IBF featherweight world champion, Josh Warrington, who was just knocked out cold by Mauricio Lara, yo. Listen, this man Mauricio was in that thing banging. You know, he hurt Josh Warrington, he dropped him. I think that was around the fourth round, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry if I got the round wrong. You know, but Josh Warrington, you know, he's a strong man. He's a strong man. He got caught. You know, I was telling him to hold on. You feel me? He held on at that time where he got dropped. You know, he made it through the other rounds where, you know, Mauricio looked like he was coming on strong in that round. And Josh Warrington was trying to get his legs back. You know, that was in the next round, like the fifth or the sixth. But I think it was the fifth. You know, he hit him with some nice shots. But Josh Warrington turned it on at the end of the fifth. And he kind of hurt Mauricio back. But he could never, like, you know, he could never really hurt him and get him down. You know, Mauricio is a strong boy. You feel me? He's a strong boy. But as the fight continued, you know, Josh Warrington was steady going back on his back foot, which was a bad thing because Mauricio just throwing heavy shots, trying to land whatever he can land. Good shots to the body, but by Josh Warrington's defense not being that tight, he kept getting in between his gloves. He kept coming over his lazy jab. You know, he kept touching him on the chin, and I think Josh Warrington was feeling that power, and it got to bothering him. You feel me? It got to bothering him. But Josh Warrington did swell up Mauricio's eye, and he was trying to target that eye. But Mauricio, being the hungry, determined dog that he was, you know, he just kept going out there banging, pulling through. And Josh Warrington, he kept going backwards. He was doing good on his front foot when he was going forward because, you know, that's the type of fighter he is. When it first started out, I seen Josh Warrington trying to box, and I knew that wasn't his game plan. That wasn't his game plan. So I figured they was trying to wear this kid down a little bit, get some of the power out of him, and then go forward. But by that kid kept bringing the pressure, you know, Josh Warrington looked like he couldn't really, you know, work his game plan that he wanted. So he sat down and banged at times, and when he banged, he had good success. He had good success when he was banging, but just going backwards, man, he's not a good fighter off the back foot. He's just not a good fighter off the back foot. You know, Mauricio kept the pressure on, and I think it was in the eighth round. Where we was sitting up there, we was looking. I say, listen, he finna catch him, he finna hurt him. Josh Warrington finna go. He caught him with he caught him with two good hooks. Next thing you know, he caught him with another one, and that was all she wrote, man. He put him out cold. When I say cold, he put him out cold. He had a little sense, but, you know, he was done. He was done for, you feel me? And, you know, you got to get this kid Mauricio all his credit. I think he had only 2 losses, like 21-2 or something like that. You feel me? I don't know his record completely. I know he had 2 losses, been knocked out once. So you got to respect that, bro. You got to respect it. You know, he went out there. He went into, you know, uncharted territories. And he put on a hell of a performance, bro. He went for it. He didn't sit back. He didn't wait. He kept going forward, knowing that, you know, Josh Warrington was the favorite. You feel me? So he kept pushing forward. And, you know, he did something special, bro. He went over there and knocked Josh Warrington out in his hometown. He knocked him out in his hometown. And that's to be applauded. That's to be respected. And, you know, that man put himself in position for a world title shot. This was a 12-round fight, so we know it was a title eliminator. Like I said, Josh Warrington, he vacated his IBF scrap, which was kind of weird to me. I don't know why he would vacate his IBF scrap when you still in the featherweight division. You dig what I mean? So this man, Mauricio, should be a world champion right now. You feel me? He should be a world champion right now. But, you know, that's how the politics play this game, though. But, look, I still like Josh Warrington. You know, they talk that shit about how Gary Russell was afraid of Josh Warrington, which I knew was some bullshit. When they tried to just offer Gary $1 million to fight him, you know, Gary not finna just accept no $1 million, then come on across the pond and fight you, man. You know that's not what's going to happen. You feel me? No, it's not going to happen. But nonetheless, you feel me? It would have been a good-ass fight. And I do think Gary Russell would have knocked out Josh Warrington as well. I feel like Gary Russell would have knocked him out. I feel like Shakur Stevenson would have knocked him out. You know what I mean? Just looking at this fight, him being on the back foot all night, and, you know, my guy, you know, he was just throwing crazy punches, Mauricio Lara. So just think about Gary and Shakur, who got way better, you know, a way better balance and a way better punch selection. Dennis, man, you know, they core is beautiful. So they throwing their punches from the right angles and things of that nature. They not just throwing, which that wild style did get Josh Warrington problems. It gave him problems. Like I say, he could not block like the punches that was coming inside his gloves. And I'm like, bro, you got your gloves up and you can't even block the punches that's coming inside. You feel me? With the hook coming over the jab and things of that nature, bro. Like, you got to give this kid his credit, bro. He went out there with a game plan. He executed that game plan. It was to put the pressure on Warrington. It was to break Warrington, and he did that shit. He actually did Josh Warrington game plan on him because Josh Warrington was the come forward fighter. He was the fighter that liked to put the pressure on, like he did Corey Frampton, like he did Lee Selby, like he did Kid Gallican, and like he did Kiko Martinez. But that shit reversed on him tonight, and this man went out there, did his job, and it's to be respected. It's to be rewarded. You know, put him in there with a world title now. I mean, for a world title now. You understand what I'm saying? He deserved it because he beat a former world champion. He beat a former world champion who should still be world champion because if he wouldn't have vacated his goddamn IBF. And he's still fighting at 126. You feel me? But nonetheless, respect to Josh Warrington, man. He got up. They put the they was giving him some oxygen and shit. Make sure he getting oxygen to the brain. You know, he got out. We know we hope he's safe and sound. That's the first thing we want the man to be safe and sound. Mauricio, Lara, hope he's safe and sound because he took some nice shots as well. But it was a hell of a fight overall, bro. It was one hell of a fight overall. I enjoyed it. The people that watched it when I was streaming, they enjoyed it. You feel me? It was a fan-friendly fight. I was still surprised by Josh Warrington, his style of fighting by going on the back foot trying to box. I was surprised by that shit. But nonetheless, you know, that man's whole style was just wrong for him. It was just wrong for him, bro. So at the end of the day, nothing but respect, nothing but love to Mauricio Lara, who did his thing in that ring, bro. Respect to Josh Warrington. You know, you take a loss, you bounce back. You feel me? Last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. You feel me? You take that L, you can bounce back, man. I respect every fighter that get into that ring, no matter what, because they put their lives they risk their lives for our entertainment purposes. And tonight it was a scary knockout. It was a scary knockout, but they got him the oxygen and they got him together. Like I said, he gonna get checked out at the hospital. Hopefully everything all right. But now let's see what's next for my man Mauricio Lara. Let's see if he can get put him in a ring with Gary Russell Jr. and see how that fight plays out, because this man just got some buzz put around his name. If y'all haven't seen this fight, go check it out. It was one hell of a fight. You would not be disappointed. Until then, it's your boy Monty. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If you can't, just tell a friend, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status.